and we'll do question answers of chapter 15, some natural phenomena. The exercises given at the end we will discuss. Here there are some questions which are in multiple choice form and some are in question answers. So let's start. Which of the following cannot be charged easily by friction? So in this chapter we discussed that objects are charged when we rub them. So when any object is rubbed, it is charged. But which cannot be charged easily? Plastic scale, copper rod, inflated balloon, or cloth? So the answer is copper rod. Why copper rod? Because we discussed that plastic scale, balloon, and cloth are all insulators. So when we rub them, then the charge remains concentrated place where they are rubbed. But when we rub a copper rod, then the charge is conducted, so the copper rod does not get charged. The answer is with silk. What happens? The rod and cloth both acquire positive charge. The rod becomes positively charged while the cloth has negative charge. Now you have to choose which one. The rod and cloth both acquire negative, or the rod becomes negative and the cloth becomes positive. So when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, what type of charge is developed? So this we discussed in the part where it was discussed that when you rub it, and it is given here, this is given on page 187, when a charged glass rod, and here it is given, when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, it is a convention to call the charge acquired by rod. So the glass rod, when it is rubbed, it becomes positively charged. So rod becomes positive and the other object which is rubbed, it becomes negative. So glass is positive and here it is, the rod becomes positive and the cloth has negative. So answer is B part. So in 1 also answer was B, and 2 also the answer is B. Now third is true and false. Like charges attract. You have to tell true and false. Like charges means same charges attract each other or they repel each other. So here it is written attract, so it is false. Like charges repel each other. Then a charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic straw. So is it true or false? It is true because this is a glass rod and this is a plastic straw. Both are different. They not protect a building from lightning. This is false because a lightning conductor protects a building. So it is false. Earthquakes can be predicted in advance. This is false. So we cannot predict the earthquake. Here it is given we cannot, but in the coming time maybe there will be a technology by which we can predict. Sometimes a sound is heard while taking off a sweater. Why does this happen? So why is crackling sound heard when you remove a sweater during winters? So this happens because this is given in your book somewhere. It was given, we discussed that when any sweater or any object you wear continuously, it after its continuous use it gets charged, and when it gets charged, then due to, yes, it is given, so you can write the answer for this. Sound is heard while taking off a sweater, so the answer will be that the sweater becomes charged due because it rubs against our body. A sweater becomes charged because it rubs against our body. When we remove the sweater, crackling sounds are heard because there is a short circuit between the charges. Due to short circuit, sounds are sometimes crackling sounds are produced. Okay, so you can either say this or you can say the crackling sounds are heard while taking off a sweater because there is a short circuit between the charges developed on the sweater, which is charged because of rubbing between the body, either this way or the previous way. Explain why a charged body loses its charge if we touch it with our hand. So when a charged body is touched with our hand, so you write this answer. When a charged body is touched with our hand, the charge from the body is conducted to the earth, or you can say it is earth and it gets conducted to the earth and the body loses the charge. So it is earthing. So if you touch any charged body with your hand, then it loses the charge, and it loses the charge because the charge is conducted through our hand to the earth. So this is the answer. Name the scale on which the energy of an earthquake is measured. It is the Richter scale. Richter scale, the spelling it is given. So while we discussed, it is given in the chapter. It is the Richter scale, and the earthquake was discussed. So here is the spelling. Expressed in the terms of the Richter scale, it is the name of the scale in which it is measured. And an earthquake measures 3 on this scale. Would it be recorded by a seismograph? So yes, so here it is written, a Richter scale will record, but if the earthquakes have magnitudes greater than 7, then it will record, and if the reading is less, then it is less destructive. So a Richter scale, here on this page, if you read, here it is given, and this portion is important. This part, Richter scale is not linear and it is given, in fact, an increase of 2. So this will be in the next part. So since the question says, if the Richter scale reading is 3, will it be recorded? So you can say the recording may not be there because the intensity is very low. Is it likely to cause much damage? No, it will not cause much damage because the power of or the intensity of the earthquake is very low. So this will be the answer for 6th part. 3 measures to protect ourselves from lightning. What should we do if there is lightning? If there is lightning, then it can cause, we can get electrocuted, or we may get electric shock. So what should be done if we are stuck outside? 3 ways, 3 things you have to tell protecting from lightning. So here, so you can write from here do's and don'ts. Now from here you can select any 3 things. Take shelter under shorter trees. So you can select 3 things. Stay away from all trees. Stay away from poles or metal objects. Do not lie on the ground. squat low to the ground, and you can give different precautions. Like first precaution you can give for the forest, second precaution you can give for open field, third you can write 5 precautions. One precaution you can give for sitting to protect yourself, and next what you should do when you are inside the house. So select 5 at least and write them in points. Don't no need to describe them, just write the precautions, 5 precautions from this page. Then why a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon, whereas an uncharged balloon is attracted by another charged balloon. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. So you write the answer. It was here, and here it is given. Why a charged balloon repels a charged balloon? So you can write a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon because they have same charge. You can write a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon if they have same charge on them. An uncharged balloon is attracted by another charged balloon because they have opposite charge. Uncharged balloon has no charge, whereas a charged balloon attracts because of the opposite charges on them. So this answer you can write. Describe with the help of a diagram an instrument which can be used to detect a charged body. So here this is important. You have to describe a electroscope. So you will draw this diagram, and in this diagram there is no labeling given, so you will label it like this. Here you will write a glass. So whatever is written, a glass bottle you can write. Then here you can write this is aluminium. Yes, you can write this is aluminium strip. Aluminium strip you can write. They are pieces of aluminium. Then this is, you can write here a wire, and here you can write cover. This at the top you can write this is cardboard cover. Then here you can write, that's all. So at the top you are touching it, and here you can write you are touching it with a body, a charged body. So when you draw the diagram, you will label these things which I have labeled here, and then you will describe this, that how will you use an electroscope. So what is given here, an instrument. So first you will describe what is an electroscope. So you write, here it is written such a device. So you write an electroscope is a device which can be used to test whether an object is carrying a charge. So this will be your beginning. A device which can be used to test whether an object is carrying charge or not is called an electroscope. Then you will describe what is it and how it is made. So you will write an electroscope is made. So what I am saying, you can write that. An electroscope is made in a glass bottle. Now what you are seeing, this you have to describe. So this explanation which I am dictating, you can write it. An electroscope is made by taking a glass bottle and a cardboard cover. Take a glass bottle, put a cardboard cover and put a wire through a hole. Inside the electroscope, take aluminum strip and hang it inside the wire. The other end of the wire is kept outside. So don't describe too much, just write the main things. Then you will describe how it is used to detect the charge. If we bring a charged rod, a charged body at the top of the electroscope, now you will describe this portion. If we bring a charged body and touch it to the top of the strip, it is seen the charge will enter the wire and the aluminum strips, the two ends of the aluminum strip will acquire the same charge and repel each other. They will open wide. So this means these two ends will open up and it shows that the body has got charge. So now this is used to detect that a body is charged or not. So we have found that the body which you have touched here was charged. If there is no effect on the aluminum strip, the body was not charged. This is how an electroscope is used to detect that a body is having a charge or not. So that is described here. You to use to detect a charged body. Okay, so this is the explanation. You can listen to the explanation and write it. 3 states in India where earthquakes are more likely to occur. So the questions which are given here, they are mixed. You have to, there are different places. So first the question was on electroscope, now it is again earthquake. So these are the places which are given on this page, and there is a diagram or map given, and you can write from here. 3 names you can write from here. So what will you write? Western and Central Himalayas. Then in India, so you can write the Gangetic Plain, you can write South India, you can write Central Himalayas, you can write Kashmir, you can write this Ran of Kutch, Rajasthan, Indo-Gangetic. 3 names you can write from here. 3 states in India. You write 3 states, Kashmir, then all the northern and the Rajasthan. These states you can mention. You can mention Uttarakhand also because they are more likely to strike. Suppose you are outside your home and an earthquake strikes. What should you do to protect yourself? Now, here, if we are outside, means if we are outdoors, what will we do to protect ourselves from earthquake? So point is this one. We will, then you write, find a clear spot away from the building, trees and power lines and sit on the ground. You will not say drop, so you can write sit on the ground. If we are in a car or a bus, we will not come out till the earthquake stops. We can write this. If the question is if you are at home, then the points are given here. So these 2 points you can write. The question at the back asks you if you are outside, which precautions you will take? So you can write what precautions. So it is outside, but you write both the things, at home and even outside, so that you don't miss out anything. Then next one, the weather department has predicted that a thunderstorm is likely to occur on a certain day. If you have to go out, would you carry an umbrella? Explain. If there is a thunderstorm, we are advised, so write the answer, that if there is a thunderstorm, we are advised not to carry an umbrella. Reason? Because an umbrella has a metallic handle which can, here it is given in the book also, carrying an umbrella is not at all a good idea. So now you have to describe why. So the question is described in your book, and this is the page number 189. Now you write the answer. This question: it is not advised to carry an umbrella because an umbrella has a metallic handle which can conduct the lightning. If there is a lightning strike near the lower ground, then the lightning can be conducted by the metal rod and we may get electric shock. Okay, so this will be the answer. Now questions are only till 12, but there are few things which are not covered in the questions. Yes, so if you are this is how will you make the house earthquake safe? So these points just write short. Making the house with proper architects, using heavy construction material, using light construction material, cupboards and shelves are keeping them fixed, and it is necessary to have firefighting equipment. So what are the safety precautions? You should know. You can write it and remember it also. Then next question, this part. If the earthquake of magnitude 6, an increase of 2 in the magnitude means 1000 times more destructive energy. Therefore, an earthquake of magnitude 6 has 1000 times more energy than earthquake of magnitude 4. So between 4 and 6 there is not much difference, but there is a gap of 4 and 6, gap is 2. So if there is a gap of 2, then how much time does the energy increase? It is 1000 times more power. So this portion also is important. Then the next thing, explain the working of a lightning conductor. So what is a lightning conductor? So this you will write, a lightning conductor is a device used to protect buildings from lightning. It is installed, so you will write this portion, is a device used to protect buildings from the effect of lightning. It is installed in the walls of the building during its construction. One end of the rod is kept out in the air and the other is buried deep in the ground. Now you will make this diagram. You can make this big. You can make it a rod. Show it in the form of a rod and show ends like this. Then you can write, it is made of copper rods which are connected to copper strips which are connected to the outer wall of the building and connected deep inside the ground, where the lower end is connected to a copper plate. During lightning, so what I am saying, you can write that during lightning, now this is not described here, so you will write during lightning, the lightning conductor induces an opposite charge which conducts, like if there is a cloud here and the cloud is having positive charge, then the rod will develop negative charge. So during lightning, an opposite charge is developed on the lightning conductor which conducts the charge safely along the side of the building. This dotted line is the metal rod, and the charge is conducted deep inside the ground without harming the building. Okay, so you have to describe what I have said and then make this diagram. So lightning conductor is important. Then next question, what is lightning, or you can write how is lightning caused. So you will write and describe this diagram. You are seeing that there is plus, minus and plus charges mentioned here. So you will write lightning is caused during a thunderstorm. Lightning is caused during a thunderstorm. The air currents move upward while the water droplets move downwards. The story of lightning is this, that how is lightning caused and the charges are developed. So you will write like during a thunderstorm. During a thunderstorm, the air blows at a great speed, which makes the water droplets charged. The water droplets move downward, and these movements cause separation of charges. The positive charges collect near the upper, this portion is important. The positive charge collects near the upper edge of the cloud, and the negative charge accumulates near the lower edge. See, this is a cloud which is described here. In a cloud, the upper area becomes positively charged and the lower area becomes negatively charged. So this is because of this area of the ground has opposite charge. Now the question arises, why does the cloud have lower area with negative charge? So this is because of the accumulation of minus charge, and the clouds have got water droplets are heavier. So if a cloud is there, it will have water droplets. So heavier part of the droplet collects here and it has got minus charge, and the upper area of the cloud has lighter drops which have plus charge. The plus and minus differentiation you study in the higher classes, but for 8th class you have to remember that the lower portion of the cloud has minus charge and the upper portion has got the positive charge. Due to this, when this cloud moves near the ground, this portion minus develops an opposite charge which is called induction. So you can write due to induction, due to induced charges, an opposite charge is developed near the ground and the electricity is conducted to the ground. This is how here. The air, this you will write, there is accumulation of positive charge. When the accumulated charge become large, the air is no longer able to resist the flow and producing streaks of bright light, and lightning is observed, which is called electric discharge. The process of electric discharge can occur between two or more clouds. Okay, now then you may be asked, how will you protect? Then you can describe the lightning conductor. So these are the questions which are important and you must know. Then this part is also important. There is a law of charging given here, and the type of charges, and it is given here. This portion you have to remember, that who develops what charge. Then you can write the law of attraction and repulsion. So you can write like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Here it is given, charges of the same kind repel each other and charges of different kind attract each other. This you can write after the questions. So that's all in this chapter. Remaining, you can come back to the explanations and revise. You don't have to revise from the book. You can read the explanations. Links are given at the end of this video. So if you have any doubt or any suggestion related to this topic and other topic, type below this video and don't forget to press the notification bell and subscribe. See you in the next class. Goodbye.